Okay, here this morning I'm going to show y'all how I save my seeds from these are my blue cherry drop tomatoes. I'll cut them in half and I'll just squeeze them like this. Take a paring knife and you reach down these little crevices and stuff in here, and you want to be able to pull as many of them seeds out of there as you can get. Rake them off into a container here. Don't worry about the flesh, because we're going to leave it just like it is. Like I said, cut them right through the middle, pull them open, just start squeezing it. You'll see the seeds just go running out. Take your paring knife, reach in there and start scraping in all them little crevices, and you're not going to get them every one, but try to get as many as you can. Get it kind of cleaned up. And what we're going to do, is we're going to take this now. This is mainly tomato pulp. We're going to add a little water to it. We're going to set it up in the windowsill. And we're going to wait about 3 to 4 days or till it molds over good. Okay, we're doing our Amish paste tomatoes here. And we're going to be canning these. But even though I can them, I try to get as many seeds out of them as I can. They don't have a lot of seeds in it to start with. I'll cut them. You can see they have these ribs in them like this. I'll take a paring knife and reach into them ribs and just take those seeds and roll them right out of there into a container. Everywhere there's a rib. We're going to be mainly making paste out of these anyway, so we don't need all this juice and seeds and all in it anyhow. Roll it open. You can see those ribs how they are. Just rake them out. A little bit awkward doing this for a camera, so we get the angles right, but okay, we can see up in the window I have the Blue Bounty tomatoes, I have the Cherry Drop tomatoes, and I have the Amish Paste tomatoes, and I have some squash. These are seeds in containers. I'm fixing to show you how I save seeds. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do here, let me get me a look here. I'm going to get these Cherry Drop tomatoes down. I'm going to set them right here, and I'm going to show y'all on the top of this plastic container. This is day 5 of letting these tomato seeds set in the water. You see that there's a scum that comes over the top of them. This is normal. That's going to stink really bad, but it's part of saving tomato seeds. What I'll usually do is take the end of a fork or something, and I'll sit here and break it up. You can kind of see how it breaks up there. Oh, I like to drop it there. Kind of break it up and stir it around a little bit. Break all that up. I'll lay that down in the sink. And I just take me one of these little simple strainers, a little small one. And I'll take this, I'll gradually pour it through that. You'll see it'll come out in big clumps. I'll do a little bit at a time. And I'll start running water through it. I'll take my finger and I'll run it around inside that. What that does is that pushes a lot of that pulp right on through that strainer. What you end up with is nothing. I can get that up where y'all can see it. I don't know if it'll actually focus or not. That's just pure tomato seeds in the bottom of that. They're good and cleaned tomato seeds. Then I'll take them. I have a paper towel in over the other side over here, and I'll just take and tap it upside down, and you see they all come out. So we're going to do this again. We're going to take this, we're going to just pour it in there real slow. Set this back out of the way. We're going to run our water back through it again. We're going to put our finger in there, kind of stir it around. Now these are cherry drop tomatoes here. These are the blue tomatoes. These seeds are extremely small. They're almost like a tomatilla seed. Alright, once I've done that, I'll tap it. That knocks. Once again, I'll show you. You can see the seeds all in the bottom of that there, just good clean seed. We're going to take it back over here to our paper towel. We're going to tap them out. I'll take my fingers and I'll spread them out. Once again, we're going to go back to our container. We're going to pour this through there. Now the further down you get in the container, the more seeds you're going to run into and the less pulp. Because the seed usually go to the bottom. No scum stuff will float to the top. And the first few times you'll get a lot of that scum off of there. You'll see the difference here in just a minute. You don't want to turn the water on too high. You want just a slow, steady stream of water when you do this, because if you turn that water on high, it's going to blow them seeds out of this little strainer. Once again, we're going to, what that does is that draws any water out of there, and they'll actually form a, you see them seed there, they'll actually form up in a little ball there and stick together. And we're going to take them again over here to the paper towel. And I'm just going to tap them out. This here, what I'll do a lot of times is the last ones here, I'll run a little bit of water in it, because what that does is that kind of makes it a little bit thinner. It'll pour through a whole lot easier. Makes it easier to gather up those last few little seeds in there. We'll do the same process again. Now, I don't know if this is the actual accurate way to do this or not, but this is how I do it here at Deep South Homestead, and it has worked for me for many, many, many years. So, okay, we're going to take that and once again, you see you end up with all them tomato seeds in one big clump. We're going to take them over here and we're going to tap them out. Now, I'm going to kind of give you an idea about what this looks like. This is all those tomato seeds piled up on this paper towel here. Now I put them on a paper towel because that paper towel will grab a lot of the water out of them and wick it out. Now what we're going to do, when we get them off this paper towels, I'm going to put them on a newspaper and spread them out kind of thin, and they'll dry pretty quick on that newspaper. Okay, we've got our newspaper here. We'll bring our seeds over. I'm going to just dump them out onto the newspaper. Sometimes you have to take and kind of roll them off of there. They'll want to stick. That's one reason you don't want to keep them on a paper towel, is because when they dry, they'll actually stick to that paper towel and you can't hardly get them off of it. Okay. We want to take these, stick our fingers real lightly because they're going to stick to you. Kind of spread them out. them out kind of thin. They're going to stick to you like glue. Alright. Make sure, because I don't like to get my seed messed up. You can see there, I've got them spread out. What I like to do so I don't get confused is I'll take me a little bit of freezer tape. I'll tear me a piece off of it. And I'll stick it up here at the top. And I'll write the variety. That way I don't get my tomato seeds confused with one another. So that will work for any variety of tomato. I just use this one variety to show you. You can actually do squash and cucumber seeds the same way. Just haul them out of the plant, put them in the water, leave them 4 to 5 days, and let them scum form on top of it. When that scum forms on top of it and starts to smell bad, you know they're there, and then you can wash them and clean them up. Thank you from Deep South Homestead.